So Caressa tagged me in this post on Instagram, and it's coming from the Shade Room, and it's a screenshot of a post that Clown Mala Harris posted up on her Twitter account. And I think I know why Caressa tagged me in it, because I left a comment under the tag that she made for me, and she agreed with what I was saying when I said the gynocratic state is officially here. I mean, it's always been here, but I think now it's pretty damn obvious that it is. So Clown Mala made this post on her Instagram, not her Instagram, her Twitter page, and it was reposted by the Shade Room, but then reposted again by Tamika Mallory. This is off of Tamika Mallory's Instagram page. And she said, "I want to speak directly to the black women in our country. Thank you. You are too often overlooked and yet are asked time and time again to step up and be the backbone of our democracy. We could not have done this without you." Now, what's interesting is when they did the exit polls, it said that 93% of black women voted Democrat, but it was about 87% of black men that voted Democrat as well. They made it seem like it was such a huge margin that between black women and black men that gave them an edge, when it really wasn't. It wasn't even a 10% margin. It wasn't. It was a very small margin, but it was still a high margin to send them over. But they keep putting out there that it's black women that are the ones who sent them over the edge, as if the black men who voted Democrat did not help either. And this is the part that I'm talking about: the constant blowing of smoke up black women's asses, because it's going to go to their head. It's already begun. It's already begun. Now, on the side, it has some comments under the post. And I tried to load the comments and everything like that, but I couldn't find the particular comment I was looking for. But anyway, I'll leave the link and you can go search for yourself. I even left the link in my Twitter post that inspired me to make this video. You had black men who left comments under her video and basically questioning about, this woman's policies, because black men know all too well about this woman's history, especially if you are a California resident and you was in that area when she used to be the age. I always get it confused between attorney general and a district attorney. I get those two confused when it comes to her almost former now position, and her history of locking up black men, which is astronomically high for her. And then you had black women who are like literally drinking the Clown Mala Kool-Aid, coming in there trying to tell black men, saying she's talking to black women. She's not talking to you. You should not be on this post. I banish you. Like, how are you going to banish somebody for speaking their opinion, which is actually rooted in facts, on a public forum, and then try to tell them that they can't be there? And it's not even your post. It's not even your post. If Tamika Mallory did not say that they couldn't be there, which would be silly of her to say, then what makes you gives you the right to say that they can't be there? And I saw that more than once. See, they're not worried about policy. This goes back to what I've been saying. Many people who voted Democrat, especially a lot of black women, saw symbolism because of who she is, even though she has claimed on numerous occasions that she wasn't black, and they are now parading her around as a woman of color. Y'all better be careful, because remember what just happened with Eva Longoria, and y'all went in on her. But as long as she's paraded around as a woman of color, and I'm talking about Clown Mala Harris, you're going to have a lot more Eva Longorias popping up. And not just a lot of Eva Longorias, you're going to have a lot of what's that Indian chick's name? I forget her name. You know the actress I'm talking. Mindy Kaling. You're going to have a lot of Mindy Kalings popping up. And Gina Rodriguez's. And so many more. And women who are Asian. All of that popping up. White women are going to pop up. And you're going to be way, way, way down at the bottom again. Remember what happened with Doug Jones down in Alabama? And that was just in one state. Now you're talking about on a federal level. See, that's how I know many of them did not read any policy, or they don't know her background. But because she is a quote unquote sister girl, she went to Howard, she pledged AKA, that means she's in. It doesn't take much to please many of you, clearly. But it's gonna bite you in the ass. Like it has been for the last I don't know how many years. And this backbone talk, don't y'all get tired of hearing that? Why do you want to be the backbone so badly? And then many of you say you don't want to be the backbone, but when the men try to do and step up like you claim you want them to do, you want to throw out your chest and talk about that backbone shit again. Like it doesn't make any sense. Just like when I talked about weeks ago where you had this black man that was lining these women up on the quote unquote front lines to get them prepared for what was coming at a protest. You had black women in the comment section getting upset all because it was a man lining them up. I bet you if it was a woman, y'all would have had no problem. See, it's the thing where y'all want to do your own thing, and it doesn't surprise me because remember what happened when Ice Cube was on that little Queen's Talk, whatever that peasant talk show from Fox Soul, which is a joke in and of itself, calling it Fox Soul. When he said he had a plan for Black America, a contract with Black America, you had Claudia Jordan and all the rest of them hens pecking over there talking about, well, this is nice and all, but what is it going to be in here that's going to be specifically for black women? He said, well, it's for black people. I know that, but what's in it for black women? He said, well, fine, I'll give you the plan and you can write it specifically what you want in there for black women. And then they all got mad and just started biting at his head. No thought of the men, of course, but that's natural for most of them. And they didn't think of the children. It had to be all about them. That's why I said Kamala Harris. I've actually heard more about her being vice president or the new vice president elect than Joe Biden being the president elect. I said, I see where this is headed. I see where this is headed. I even saw somebody on Instagram who told me that they're coming up to here to DC for the inauguration, but not to see Joe Biden be inaugurated, but to see her be inaugurated as vice president. Amazing. But I see exactly where it's headed. But like I said, y'all vote. I'm going to tell y'all, like I told those Trump supporters in 2016, y'all voted for him. Y'all voted for her. I'm sorry. Y'all voted for her. Y'all better hold her feet to the goddamn fire. Because guess what? Everybody else who didn't vote for her are definitely going to hold her feet to the fire, especially knowing her history. But y'all should definitely be the ones. Do not make excuses for this chick. Don't make excuses for her because she wears Chucks, or because she wears Timbs, or because she's an AKA, or because she went to an HBCU, or she's a so-called quote-unquote sister girl. But I know many of you are going to do that. Why? Because many of you did that with Obama. I'm going to say that again. Many of you are going to do the same thing with her that you did with Obama. But truth be told, I think y'all are really going to throw the cape on for her. Because not only did she make history as being a first person of color, quote unquote, to be in this position, but she's the first woman, period, to be vice president elect. Soon to be vice president. So it's symbolism all over the place. You have someone who is quote unquote non-white. And then you have someone who is carrying the double X chromosome. That's why I said we are entering the gynocratic. We're already there, but we're really about to step into it now. Just through her. I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong so badly when it comes to her. But based on her history, I doubt it. And by the way, I would like to know, what do many black women think of how she dealt with the Matrice Richardson situation? That was a black woman. And she got the same treatment as other black men that Kamala Harris has dealt with in her district while she had her former position. But they don't talk about that. But then again, a lot of women didn't talk about Tara Reid when she came out and made those accusations against Joe Biden. They just basically showed her the door the minute she got to the goddamn doorstep and said, look, we are in a very important presidential race right now, and we can't have you messing this up. So we're just going to send you away quietly, and you just stay over there. And if you're still around in 4 more years when he's out of office, then we can bring it up if he's out of office. I bet you they don't talk about that either. That's why I said I have no dog in this fight. I don't. And many of you don't either, quiet as it's kept. Y'all may have went to the voting booth and voted for these individuals, but you don't have a true dog in this fight. Truth be told, you're more of a sacrificial lamb. I think that's the best way to put it. See, y'all just gave this vote to this woman and to this guy because y'all hated Trump and because y'all wanted to see quote unquote so-called alleged black woman in there. Y'all were the ones that bullied Joe Biden into picking a black woman to be his VP. He needs to pick a black one and then pick the one that's not even truly black. Jokes galore. Like I said, the jokes practically write themselves. They practically write themselves. The writing is on the wall. But like I said, we'll see. We shall see what occurs. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.